Okay, we are live and no one say anything weird.
Weird. Oh wait, I was supposed to say anything first. Anything weird. Anything weird.
Gonna
I am so clever.
just gonna just gonna give us a few minutes before we actually start.
Hey, hey. I can go film that right now, huh?
Hmm? No.
Nope. I'm still here.
Okay, we have one viewer. Hello to the one viewer we have. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and switch us over to the podcast screen then, so we can get started. Okay, hey everyone, welcome to the next episode of The Stalking Dead. I am back from my vacation. I am joined today by Snickerman,
Hello.
RulingRenegade, and Goldius.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
We might have Duct Tape join us. I'm not sure. I messaged him to remind him. If he just popped up randomly, then I'll have to fix his pony as we go on. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Today we're gonna be talking about mostly me. Probably I'm probably gonna talk about it because I'm the only one who's been watching it.
Nothing about it.
Um,
Neither do I.
I'm gonna be talking about The Walking Dead Dead City spin-off show. Because they just had a new episode come out today. So pretty much the long and short of it, if you have not, for some reason, if you've been hiding under a rock for the past couple years, The Walking Dead is obviously an apocalypse type show that follows zombies, obviously, and surviving during an apocalypse. But in this universe of The Walking Dead, zombies are not in their dictionary. And so they don't know what zombies are. They just call them walkers, biters, those types of things. I think they called them muertos at one point in the Telltale game. So yeah, they don't call them zombies. They, like, it's sort of like, I heard a thing where, like, they talked about it being like in their in the same universe as Night of the Living Dead, where the zombie term is not, like, known. But if you've seen the original show, you would have known that this last season of the original Walking Dead show actually ended.
It was a long-lasting series.
Yeah, they still have the Fear of the Walking Dead going on in their last season.
Really?
Yeah, this is their last season that they're doing Fear of the Walking Dead.
Fun.
No, they still have, like, a lot of loose ends to tie in for that show. They also have they also had The World Beyond, which was another spin-off, but it was like a mini series that they had in between the series finale for the original show. And then they had Tales of the Walking Dead, which was just really weird, like, background, or not background, but backstories for certain characters. Then they had one-offs, which were like the flight something or other, where, like, it started on like an airplane that tied into the Fear the Walking Dead show. There's one like where they're in a submarine under the water. I know that coming. I was gonna say also coming up they have the spin-off show for Daryl Dixon, which I'm excited about because I love Daryl Dixon. They got the Rick and Michonne series coming out. And then they also have the Rick Grimes movies coming out. Oh, hello. We were doing good, right, guys?
Yeah.
But what were you going to say, Goldius?
I just want to say, like, the Telltale games of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Those games, yeah, they may be a little, like, weird or whatever, but I found them pretty nice, to be honest. Like, they're pretty,
yeah.
It was pretty interesting, all that. Like, I like games like those where they have it, like, let you make your choice.
Yeah. It's sort of like Until Dawn, where, like, you kind of make your own choice, but, like, your choices matter.
Yeah.
But, like, I like how they had Clementine as the main antagonist for the games, but we're not talking about that today.
Yeah, we're talking about this new series.
Yeah, so Dead City.
We're just
Lee.
Yeah, him. He was the protagonist. And then he died.
Quote unquote died, because there was like an option where you could let him turn or you could let him die, one of the two.
By the way. He dies. Then you play the second portion of the Telltale games, which focuses on Clementine as a protagonist.
Yeah.
Not a very good protagonist.
No, because she's still a kid, so.
No, she's like young adult, almost adult.
Which one are you talking about?
When she's older and she comes across a, what's his name from the farm getting killed in the middle of it. In the middle of the whole segmentation.
I don't know which one you're talking about, because the only one where she's actually, older and all that, there's two different ones where she's older, and it was in the New Frontier and the final season.
New Frontier would be it.
New Frontier?
She was not a kid anymore.
No, she was like a teenager. She was going through puberty during that time.
She was closer to the ass end of puberty from the way they had made her look, but I don't know how many years passed in between. I don't think they ever actually clarified.
I don't know, because she was having that that conversation with oh my gosh, what was the guy's name in New Frontier? Oh my gosh.
Clementine was quite literally the only one memorable enough for me to remember.
Yeah, but I know that duct tape.
There he is. He had to fix his hair up and get his duct tape on. For Christ's sakes.
I have to fix duct tape now. Great.
Duct tape.
I don't think he felt
It's
that
a good
one.
thing he's got his duct tape on because he is right by my ass.
I'm trying to fix it. Hold on. I gotta reposition you. Hold on.
And then I didn't even know about her becoming the antagonist. I just remember
Man is quiet. Holy shit.
despite the fact that it's supposed to be choices matter, they didn't matter.
Yeah.
They really didn't.
But pretty much, we'll save the Telltale games for another discussion, because that's a whole nother podcast in itself. Today we're talking about Dead City, which is one of the newer shows that came out, and actually it's pretty good. I heard that a lot of people didn't like it, or don't like it. It's still going on. But, so pretty much, like, the long and short description of what Dead City is, it takes place sometime after the last season of the original show, because we have the two main characters being Maggie and Negan, from the show. And obviously time has passed because Maggie's son Herschel is now a teenager. And Negan, in the last season of The Walking Dead, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it, Negan got married to a woman in that season, and they were expecting their kid. But when this series started, and Maggie runs into Negan while trying to find the people who kidnapped her son, he doesn't have his wife with him or their kid. So a lot of people have first speculated that maybe something happened to his wife and their kid. Because the last time we ever heard of Negan having a wife was Lucille. And Lucille, at the beginning of the apocalypse, had cancer. And she pretty much killed herself when Negan went to go get her more medicine. So we knew what happened to her. But we don't really know what happened to his wife here.
Can I just interrupt for a moment? Every
Yeah.
time I hear you say Negan, the first thing that pops up in my head is the Key and Peele comedy bit with Negan. And it's driving me up the wall. Negan! No! Megan! Oh my god, stop!
But yeah, so, and then also we find out that Negan now has this young teenage girl following him because he took her under his wing, I guess. Not to hurt anyone, obviously, because Negan's not that way anymore, because he grew a connection bond with Judith in the last season. But this girl, we find out her name is Janine, or Janine, or Jenny, I don't remember what her name is now, but she's pretty much is mute. She experienced her father dying in front of her, which caused her to go mute. And so Negan decided to take her under his wing and, like, protect her and all that and try to teach her how to survive. But Negan's also still, surprise, surprise, wanted for other things. He's wanted for stealing stuff from a cart or a wagon. And I guess he's still wanted for murder.
Somehow, because somehow that's very important in the zombie apocalypse.
Well, because the reason, I guess, is like these people had literally, I guess, like, beat up his wife, and he didn't like that, and so he went to confront them.
Like any proper man would feel.
And then during this entire time, we're introduced to these people who are, I guess, the cops of wherever Maggie lives, because they're trying to hunt Negan down to arrest him and bring him back to do justice. But then
I'm just gonna say something right now. I don't know if it's gonna be like so rude or whatever, but at least since she's mute, she's less than likely to get caught. At least.
well, actually, that's a weird thing, because we have, like, a lot of flashbacks with Negan and this girl. And, like, in the flashback, he does get upset with her for not speaking up when she goes to try and find her stuffed dinosaur. And because she doesn't speak up, she almost gets killed by a walker.
Go figure.
And so he tells her, if you're not going to talk, at least whistle so I can hear you. So that way I can come help you. And I mean, as we also learn, like, there's like a lot of other things going on in this show right now. Like now we get more antagonists showing up. We're introduced to this character called Crow, who but with
Now you just make me think of Crow from Ruby.
That's the point.
but with Crow, he has some backstory with Negan, because when Negan used to have the Sanctuary from the original series, the Crow used to live at the Sanctuary and used to work for Negan. And Crow, as we learn, is the one who kidnapped Maggie's son.
Ouch.
And so Crow really wants to get back at Negan for kicking him out, because apparently Negan had cut off Crow's ear. Or was it Negan, or was it Simon? I think it was probably Simon who cut off his ear.
Took my hearing, so I'm gonna take your life.
Well, and then also we're into this other character, like this woman who works above Crow, but I don't know who she is. We just got introduced to her this last episode. But like, there's like a lot of other things that was unnecessary for this show. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Azure. Well, that's a soundbite for when someone subscribes. But yeah, so another thing that happened in the episodes are like, which I don't like, is like we are introduced to these other people who escaped Crow, I guess. I'm doing awesome, Azor. Just getting used to the whole affiliate thing still, but yeah, we're good. Yeah. Oh, oh my gosh, I did the wrong thing here. Hold on. Still says follower thing, even though it's not follower. Hold on. Let me get rid of the follower goal here. Hold on. Okay. Oh my gosh. Visual settings. Need to change the color to the right color I need. Entertain everyone, guys, while I fix this.
Can anybody hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us. I'm listening to the stream and we're loud and clear, for fuck's sake.
I can't hear you. It's too dark. I can't even hear some shit.
No, it seems like it's too bright for me.
No, then you should be able to hear it well. I think your sense of smell is just affected at that point. Bitch.
I can see the hairs on my nose.
Oh, wait, we're in
And I don't have a mirror.
I don't have nitro. Damn it, I was
Oh,
gonna
whoops.
do,
I...
sound from Doug's server. Can somebody quickly do it out in the wharf?
Okay, let me fix this.
Like I'm saying, bitch.
Bitch.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna put this down here now. I'll fix that later, but we have that up there now.
I'm kind of on the quiet side. Let me
Yeah,
the whole thing.
I don't know why my bitch just wants to be like this.
Oh my god, we are quiet.
Well, I can't really...
You can't really adjust it, can you?
No, I cannot, sadly. What the... No, because it kind of won't let me.
That's dumb.
Let me try. Hold on.
Really hate you.
Is it technology?
And like your internet last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the internet provider, you piece of shit.
Okay, how does that sound? There we go, okay.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There we
Hey.
go.
Alright, there we go, there we
Holy
go.
fuck.
Hi!
Okay, so where was
Oh,
I
Jesus.
about, was I at the part where I was talking about these group of people that they met?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yes, you were talking about the one that's higher up above Crow.
Oh, I just talked about them. So, we're also introduced these people who escaped Crow, I guess. And that, this one guy, he, I guess, tried to, like, sell everyone out. And in order to
Crap
get
bastard.
resources and just restart the island that they're on. But didn't work out well. Negan and Maggie figured it out and pretty much killed all of them.
Oops.
God damn.
And then we find out that Jenny, the mute girl, literally left Maggie's area where she lived, all the safety she had, to try and find Negan, because she felt safe with Negan. And then once Negan finds out she's there, tells her, "You shouldn't trust me because you don't know me at all."
At least she's kind of being honest. Or
Yeah,
is
then
Negan a guy?
Negan's a guy, but then he drops
Fuck.
this on us, saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, the reason you're mute is because I'm the one that killed your dad."
Oh, for fuck! He drops a bomb like that.
And we're just like, okay, that proves it. Your dad was a jerk then, Jenny. So I'm like, okay, I thought Negan was done killing people after the whole Abraham and Glenn thing that happened in the original show.
Yeah.
Of course
apparently
he's not done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody remind me. Who's the one that wears the leather jacket and uses a spiked baseball bat?
That's Negan.
That's
That's Negan?
Yeah.
And he's played
Okay.
by my favorite actor, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes.
Yes, I love him.
He plays a really good Negan. I gotta admit that.
Yes. I knew him before he did The Walking Dead, when he did Supernatural as John Winchester.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know that actor.
Yeah, he actually, fun fact, I know we're kind of going off course here, but can I just say this real quick?
Yeah.
Because it has to do with Walking Dead and Negan.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, in Supernatural, Sam and Dean Winchester, they're getting weapons and all that to do something. I don't remember exactly. So, Dean ends up grabbing a baseball bat, like the same like oak or pine baseball bat that's wrapped around in chain, and he said, "Dad," and Dean said, "Dad's favorite."
Oh my god.
Interesting.
That is homage to the baseball bat that Negan uses in The Walking Dead.
I mean, I don't know if that came first, but
I don't remember which one. I think it was the baseball bat in Supernatural first. Before
yeah, because
Walking Dead shit.
Supernatural's
It could
been
be.
around longer than Walking Dead has.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been
a
around
hell of a
since
lot longer.
2004.
The
2005.
early
2005.
2000s, yeah.
2005.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but
Now I can't stop hearing Negan. Fuck you, Nick.
another thing that happened in the new episode that came out today was that the whole thing with Jenny finding out who killed her dad showed up today in this episode. But then also, Negan was then captured by Crow, and the lady that I talked about earlier, who was above Crow, tells him, "Oh, we want you to help us, and if you don't, we're gonna go after Maggie's son again and cut off his body parts one by one."
Oh, yeah, something the
and he
person
would
that you
give a
need.
shit why.
I don't know, but when they opened a box, Negan opened this box that she gave him, and it had Herschel's toe in it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
It had Herschel's toe, apparently.
What the fuck?
yeah. That happened. I mean, I guess we can also just dive in really fast since we have time to the to more instances of Negan in the show overall, like in any show. Because a lot of people who are watching this probably don't know who Negan is, and they probably have never watched The Walking Dead. So we got first introduced to Negan like back in like The Walking Dead season, I think season 6, 8, or 9, or 7.
Hang on.
I can't remember which
Walking-
season.
I'm figuring that out right now. And
Google is our friend.
first appearance. Apparently it was Last Day on Earth, Walking Dead, season 6, episode 16.
Okay, so it was season 6. In that one, we find out that Negan had blocked all the roads from Alexandria to Hilltop, where they were taking Maggie, who at the time was pregnant with Herschel. And once they got captured by Negan had them all kneel down in front of him and started doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing with them.
Yeah.
And at that point, they had teased it that he was going to kill someone.
Yes.
But they didn't tell us who. They left it at a cliffhanger at that point.
Yeah.
But when the next episode came out, we found out he had killed Abraham. And at that point, we were already just shocked because we didn't expect Abraham to go. But then, because Daryl did not like it that Negan was killing his friend in front of him, he decided to be stupid and go punch Negan in the face.
That was smart.
Bruh.
Yeah, and because of that, Negan decided to kill one other person. You want to take a wild guess on who he killed?
A man's son?
No.
Rick?
No. He decided to kill Glenn.
Yeah.
And he killed Glenn right in front of Maggie.
Ooh.
And they were married.
Yeah.
And Maggie was pregnant with Herschel at the time.
You just open up the can of memories. God damn it.
And Rick was like a mess after that. But
understandably so.
But like the weird thing is Negan had like a weird connection with Carl. I don't understand why.
God damn it, I was gonna say that, you bastard.
But like when Negan found out that Carl had like been bitten and he died, because long story short, Carl was stupid, tried to help Sadiq, got himself bit. It was stupid. Like once that happened, Rick had like told Negan that for Carl's wish and all that, he told his dad not to kill Negan, but to like give him a second chance. So they locked him up, and Negan started to grow like an attachment bond with Judith, which is Rick's other kid. That in itself is just a weird thing. Because technically not his kid, but technically is because he adopted her. Because technically it was his wife's kid, but his wife had an affair with Jane. It was just weird. Anyways, he started to have a relationship, like, connection with Judith. And so he started to prove himself that he was useful. And then the whole Whisperer War happened, where Alpha came in and also killed a whole lot of people. Killed Enid. Killed Tara. Also ended up killing Carol's son. I feel bad for Carol in the show. Carol lost so many kids during the show.
Maybe that's a sign she should stop having kids.
Well, I mean, the thing is, she only had one biological kid. Like,
Jesus.
Sophia was her only biological kid in the first season.
I'm sorry.
And then Lizzie and Mika she adopted because their dad got, like, killed off during the prison thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had, oh my gosh, what's his name? I can't remember her son's name. I'm looking this up.
It wouldn't be Shane Walsh at all.
No.
Would it?
I thought Shane was. No, wait, no. I don't know. I think that might have been a different.
The actor is John Bernthal.
It was Henry.
No.
Well, no, I haven't seen any of The Walking Dead at all.
Yeah,
Oh.
so
The only information I have about The Walking Dead is little bits and pieces I've heard from people that talk about it sometimes, or the video game.
yeah, so Henry is Carol's adopted son because at that time she was married to King Ezekiel, and they adopted Henry. And at that point in the story, Henry started to have feelings for Alpha's daughter. Oh my gosh, can't remember her name now. Lydia. And which was not good because Lydia's mom is crazy and wanted control.
She's a crazy bitch.
Yeah, so a controlling bitch.
And
You know, a lot of people say don't stick your dick in crazy.
I've said that to a whole lot of people, so don't worry.
I actually prefer it, so I can understand the reason.
Don't stick your dick in the toaster either.
No, that's Wolfhead.
yeah, that's Wolfhead. That's not sick. But the fact that another thing that caused problems with Negan and all that was that at that time when Carol's son was killed by Alpha, like Alpha had killed all these people and like stuck their heads on pikes and like put them on a hill for everyone to see.
Yes, making an example of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when
barbaric.
when Carol saw this, she flipped. And
Oh, I imagine.
Even the Holy Crusaders did something similar.
And she decided to release Negan without anyone else's permission and tell him to go undercover as a whisperer, get close to Alpha, and pretty much kill her. And to bring her head back to her.
Well.
And
Ow.
it worked, but not without it being weird. Because in order for him to get close to Alpha, he had to start a relationship with her, and it was just weird.
Quite literally what I said earlier.
Stuff as well in there.
Well, not only was it weird, it was like once you look at it in the sense of his past wife, with like Alpha having no hair because she shaved it all off, she literally looks like his his wife. And so like I don't know, it's just weird. And then also there was this really weird scene where they decided to like have love in like the forest and everything, and it's like, oh, why?
Yeah, that works perfectly.
Nature
Do
in the morning.
where there's a whole lot of zombies
Exactly.
in the forest. That's beautiful. That's smart. Yeah, let's go with that.
And then,
Hope you found a spot with very little, if any, poison ivy, because that shit grows everywhere.
And-
Fuck it.
and then afterwards, like Negan did end up doing Carol's thing, saying to pretty much kill Alpha. Then we had more stuff going on that was just not required for the show, but like it's like you would think after all that redemption that Negan had that he would not be stupid.
You are
Just
sorely
because
wrong.
someone gets redeemed doesn't mean they aren't stupid anymore. I'm sorry to say this, but it doesn't mean that they're not stupid anymore.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of growth that needs to happen before that happens.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Characterization.
you would just think that they would maybe make the story a little less complicated for Negan.
You think, but
Yeah.
they're like, now where's the fun in that?
Oh,
They
fun-
have a cash cow they need to keep milking. Of course they're going to make things complicated the
there
entire
was also
time.
this one other thing that happened during the final season of The Walking Dead.
Oh, what the hell happened now?
So in the final season, when they were trying to... This happened during the whole, Whisperer War thing. But, like, there was, like, a part where Maggie came back and was helping them with the Whisperers. And there was a little thing that happened where Herschel, who was, like, maybe, like, 6 or 7 at the time, runs into Negan and overhears his mom saying, "I don't forgive you for what you did still." And while his mom's not there, grabs a freaking handgun and tries to kill Negan. He's like,
You kidding me?
he's like, "You're the one who killed my dad."
Ah, I see.
And I'm like thinking,
Revenge.
I'm like thinking, Herschel, you were not even in existence yet. Stop.
Might as well learn young.
And then
This.
Negan had to talk him down, saying, like, hey, like, this is not what you, revenge is not what you need.
Kid, you need therapy, not revenge.
Where are you gonna
Yeah,
find
bro.
therapy in a zombie apocalypse?
'Cause
Tell me that.
Question.
He's pretty much like, if you do this, it's not going to bring your dad back. And I'm like thinking, Negan, that's a stupid thing to say to a kid whose dad you killed.
At least he's kind of being smart about it.
Yeah. It's just, like, I don't understand why they had to even go that route, like, giving Herschel the idea to, like, try to kill Negan. I don't understand why they had to do that.
God only knows.
Extra added conflict for no reason besides padding out
So-
the time frame.
Are we going to go back to the series because we're talking about the main one?
Well, I mean, there's
Or-
only 6 episodes.
I guess we're talking about.
There's only 6
Oh,
episodes
yeah.
of the Dead City right now.
Oh right, yeah.
And so I pretty much summed up all the episodes that they have right now.
Oh yeah. All right. My brain went like out the window.
The thing that's weird is, like, every antagonist in the show, including Negan, reminds me of the Telltale game more and more. Because if you remember from the Walking Dead Telltale Season 2, like, if you remember Carver,
Vaguely.
Negan reminds me so much of
R.I.P.
Carver.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Telltale Games.
But, like, in terms of, like, antagonists, I still feel like the worst 2 antagonists of the series for Walking Dead were definitely the Governor and Negan. I don't count Shane as an antagonist just because all he did was hook up with Rick's wife, had a kid, and tried to kill Rick. That's all he did.
Yeah, we don't talk about the games.
And also Alpha,
You
even
talk about
though
the-
Alpha was a really bad, like, not bad but good antagonist, like, her backstory from the Tales of the Walking Dead and from the show just don't line up at all.
Mhm.
And I mean this because in the show we get backstory episodes where Alpha meets Beta and becomes part of the Whisperers with Lydia. Now, in the Tales of the Walking Dead, we get a different episode where Alpha and Lydia are, like, living on this boat with some people, and, like, Alpha kills this lady, and then almost kills Lydia because she thinks Lydia isn't strong enough to live in the apocalypse. And stops because Lydia hears voices in the trees, which are the Whisperers. And then the Whisperers come to them and say, join us. They just completely ruined Alpha's backstory from the show with this.
What the fuck was that?
It's like, why are you doing this? This is not the same backstory you just gave us in the show.
Yes, I'm about to kill this person, and we're now being invited to join a cult of people that pop out of trees.
Just pop out of the trees.
Let's do that instead.
Just pop out of the trees.
You
Top
have
of the
trees
trees,
that
man.
can be
Is that what you're saying? It's pretty much retcon the backstory, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. They have a tendency to do that with a lot of, like, Walking Dead characters, sadly. Like, they did it with Glenn, too, because Glenn was in the Telltale games, too. But, like, we only saw him in Season 1 of the Telltale games, and only for a short period of time. And then we had a fake out death, too, for Glenn in the TV show, where they thought that he was gonna die, like, from being, like, killed under a garbage bin thing. And turns out he wasn't killed, it was someone else. But still, like, we had a fake out death from him already. And then they legit actually kill him in the show. It's like, why? Why do you gotta do this?
Remember
Because fuck you, I guess. I don't know.
If I learned anything from The Walking Dead, don't get attached to characters in the show.
Yeah, exactly. That's their literal lesson for everyone.
Yeah.
Noah?
Don't get attached to the character because we're just gonna end them off right
And then
away.
you'll know that they're gonna get killed off soon if they get more screen time.
Yeah, like Noah.
Oh, you've had too much spotlight. Time for you to die now.
Like, they did that with Tara.
Yeah, pretty much.
They did that with Tara's girlfriend in the show. They gave her more spotlight, and then they end up killing her. And because she gets her eye shot with a bow and arrow from Dwight.
Just fun. Kidding.
Yeah, but like, you give these characters more spotlight time, and then stuff happens. That's just the long and short of it.
Yep,
Pretty much.
like Noah. Never gonna get over that.
Did you guys want to add anything else from the Telltale games, or?
Not that I know of. No.
Not that I know of, but rest in peace, Telltale games.
Yeah.
Not particularly.
I also like how they kind of did like a good closing thing from the Telltale games, where like they began with Clementine and Lee, and then they ended it with Clementine and AJ.
Hey, somebody remind me, what season was it that I know this spoilers, but when the bridge blew up?
Oh, for the show?
Yeah.
Season 8 or 9?
I feel like it was the finale.
It was a season finale.
Like it was like Daryl. It was Daryl that, blew up the bridge.
Daryl didn't blow up the bridge.
What?
It was Rick.
Oh.
He was
Rick.
already impaled by a pole that he fell on because his horse threw him off the back.
Yeah.
And he was trying to lead the walkers away from Alexandria.
Right. Now I remember.
And then he turned around the bridge, and he looked down.
He saw everyone there.
He saw everyone there, pointed his gun at the walkers and said, "I found them." Shot the bridge with the dynamite on it, blew everything up. We thought he was dead. And then we see that he gets carried away by an airplane with, my gosh.
Negan, I'm kidding.
I can't remember what that lady's name is. She's in the world beyond. She was from the garbage. It was the garbage lady. But it was that was that lady, and then we find out that Rick is still alive in the series finale, and that Michonne had gone to go look for him, and that she's getting close to finding him. But I guess that's where the Rick and Michonne series is going to come into play, as well as the Daryl Dixon show. Except Daryl Dixon's going to be taken to France for some odd reason.
Oui, I'm kidding.
It's like, why are you going to France? I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
And then the Rick Grimes movies are coming out, so we're going to figure out where Rick's been for the past couple seasons. But it's like, I hate how they ended this original series without closure really on Rick. Because a lot of people wanted Rick to come back to see Judith and to finally meet his son, RJ.
Yeah.
Because RJ was born after Rick supposedly died, and like Judith and Michonne told stories about his dad, but never really got to meet him. But yes, I'm hoping that they do something with that. I highly doubt they will, but you never know.
Exactly. You never know.
I know that a lot of my other friends are just like, "Why are you still watching the show? It's so dead now." No pun intended. But like,
I wasn't paying attention, so you're
But,
fine.
like,
It died.
But like, I still enjoy the show as a whole just because of the concept, and it's actually more of the more realistic, quote realistic zombie things we have. It's stupid car outside.
Isn't it based on
Way
the
to beat a
book?
dead horse.
What duct tape?
I forgot what I was going to say.
I
Damn.
mean, The Walking Dead.
You said wasn't it based off of something?
Probably a book.
Like the The Walking Dead show is based off of the Walking Dead comics made by Robert Kirkman.
Okay.
And that's a whole nother thing in itself, but like the comics, I have a friend who actually read through all the comic volumes. The comics are so different from the show. Like, same characters.
Yeah, that tends to
but
happen.
different. Like, this is how different it is. Sophia never died in the comics. She actually marries Carl and has a daughter.
Woo!
And then Rick and Michonne never get together. Rick ends up getting together with Andrea, who in the show, Andrea was a complete jerk. And then Michonne got together with King Ezekiel, which, why, I don't know. Judith never really existed in the show, or in the comics, because in the comics, Judith ended up dying with her mom at the prison when the prison was attacked. And then, obviously, Carl never died in the comics because he's telling the story.
He's fucking Carl Dixon.
No?
The immortal being, pretty much. I'm kidding.
He ain't no Carl Johnson.
But, the fact that he's telling the story of Rick to his daughter in the comics. And also there was, like, a weird thing where Andrea and Dale were also a couple, but it was so weird. Because in the show, they weren't. Because Dale was more of like a father figure. And then also, we never had Merle or Daryl in the comics. Daryl and Merle were only show. Like, they had an idea already for Daryl Dixon in the show. Like, they wanted to have Daryl Dixon in the show because he was based on the Survival Instinct game. But apparently they didn't have an idea for Merle. Because Merle wasn't supposed to actually be in the show. At all. They only added him because the actor who tried out for Daryl originally didn't get the part. And so they gave him a whole new role. Yeah, that's how crazy this thing is.
Yeah, it's something. It's a piece of work.
Yeah, and then also, like, the Whisperer thing never really... The Whisperer thing didn't really change that much in the comics. The only thing that changed was that at one point, Carl and Sophia were not together in the comics, and Carl actually had a thing for Lydia. It was very weird. I don't understand why they did that in the comics. I don't.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Why did The Walking Dead decide to make like the best ofs?
Oh, like the best of episodes?
Yes.
I don't honestly understand either. I think they only did it for people who wanted to, like, know more about a certain character and wanted to, like, look back, who were just introduced to the show.
I'll be back. I gotta go eat.
Oh, okay. Well, we're probably gonna end the podcast soon, but
Fair enough.
yeah.
Well, the
Okay, what
podcast
was
ends.
this guy?
Goodbye, ladies
No.
and gentlemen.
Okay.
We will see you next time.
Yeah, like the best of episodes were just weird. I don't know why they even made them, to be honest.
Because
But yeah, we're gonna probably go ahead and end the podcast because actually it was shorter than I thought it was gonna be for Dead City. We might make more episodes of Dead City once more episodes of the show come out, and then I could talk about them like in bulk probably when the next ones come out.
And we could just sit in the background and shake our heads and on the other side of the internet near our computer screens, acting like we know what the fuck is being talked about.
But thank you, Azur, for being my first subscriber. I appreciate it. Enjoy being a subscriber of the Orca pod. You'll get the little subscriber badge showing up for when you're for how long you've been a subscriber. So but thank you for subscribing. It means a lot, especially from me being an affiliate finally, so it was appreciative of that.
I'm glad they definitely still make it easy to be an affiliate on Twitch compared to what you have to do on YouTube.
Yeah,
in order for
YouTube you have to be like paid on there. For YouTube you have to do like a thousand follower or not followers, 1,000 subscribers.
What is this? Twitter? I mean X? I mean Twitter? I mean what?
I mean 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers and
but
100,000 views.
Oh yeah, the 100,000 views bull crap too. Oh my god.
But if you guys are interested in subscribing, it would mean a lot if you guys can subscribe. Then you'll be able to have some really cool rewards for channel points, and you can even help unlock new emotes that we can put in our little sticker area. Like, I'm gonna put some examples in the chat. These are some of the emotes I have right now. We have some more that I'm gonna be putting on later, but that's only gonna be when we unlock them with more subscribers. As you can see by my name, I have the little orca badge. That's what one of the badges is gonna be for if you're subscribed. You get a little orca badge next to your name. But yeah, so thank you all for joining today, and we will see you probably tomorrow for a stream, and that's probably gonna be Mortal Kombat 11 later on in the evening.
Oh, I thought you were going to join me for Phasmophobia tomorrow for my stream.
I am, but I mean, like, after it's gonna be Mortal Kombat.
Ah, okay.
Bad,
That's gonna be a late one.
I can't join in. I don't have the game. Plus, I'm working.
Yeah, I'll be joining Snick tomorrow for Phasmophobia. What time is that going to be for you, Snick?
I'm thinking 7 p.m. my time, so that would be 4 yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we will do that tomorrow. You'll find Snick's channel on my page in the recommended section.
You have a channel?
Yeah, I have you recommended on my channel.
I don't see the recommended portion of it. Huh.
It should be there.
Either way. Either way,
thank you guys for joining. I'm going to go to the stream over page. And we will see you guys later.
Bye, bitches!